Crypto Takeover coming back with another Bitcoin analysis video for y'all this evening. Bitcoin looks like it just touched one of our trendline support areas at about that 8,700 area, 8,600. Now we can go back to some of my previous videos. Y'all can check those out. We were looking for this trend line to get retested on this channel, and we finally got that trend line retest. Now let's zoom out a little bit, take a look at the charts, see where Bitcoin might be telling us it wants to head to. Are we going to get back up above that 9K area anytime soon? We dipped down below it, and we've seen to be holding underneath it as of right now. So if that sounds interesting to y'all want to see where Bitcoin might go within the next couple of weeks leading on into the end of May, then stick around, like, comment, subscribe. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, y'all, so we start off usually on the 15-minute time frame. If y'all are brand new to this channel, we use the market cipher indicator by CryptoFace on this channel, which is a 3-package indicator that y'all can pick up directly from him. And then also we've added a few other paid for indicators on this channel to bring y'all the most value, the most content, to get us that upper hand on the TA charts as well. We've included the TI sequential by tone base, and then also the market guide buy and sell indicator as well. So looking at the 15-minute chart, this is where we're going to start off at. We're looking at Cypher SR. We're currently trending above our VWAP positioning at about that 8,700 area, which indicates that the bulls do have control of the market right now. And if we come back down to retest this VWAP as support, we would maybe likely see a bounce if the bulls want to continue this. So our 15-minute time frame is actually giving us a little bit of a bullish cross right now. So we need to be aware of that. It looks like a lot of quite a bit of volume went into this little peak up to the top side here at about that 8,900 area right now. We're currently still sitting under 9K. But as we start to zoom out, we'll maybe get an idea if we are going to push back above that 9K area relatively soon. Moving on to our 30-minute time frame. 30-minute time frame also giving us a lot of choppy waters here, and this is one of the major reasons to just kind of play it safe right now. You know, usually when our cipher our Cypher B, Blue Wave, Money Flow, all those start to go up and down just quite a bit. It usually indicates really big volatile moves that will occur, you know, and so we can kind of see that right now. We're currently retesting that 9K area, getting a little bit of a squeeze here between our two EMAs, maybe moving on into Monday. I do believe that, well, it looks like the CMEs are, no, they're closed, I think, right now. I think they're closed for Memorial Day. So we're going to have to wait to see how the price action plays out for the rest of the day, and then maybe going on into tomorrow to see whether or not we leave a price gap and how that will occur. And I'll keep an eye on that for everyone too as well. You can see down here that we've touched this trend line to the exact wick, which is pretty amazing. So super cool for that. I shared that with the Telegram group as well. Had a price target around this 8,600 area for the longest time. Y'all can go back on some of the previous videos, and just thought that, hey, if we come, we started to see some of the bearish momentum line up. We're going to have to probably retest this trend line support at about that 8,600 area, and it looks like we did end up doing that. So now we can zoom out and see how much of a bounce are we going to get. Are we going to come back down and retest it? It does look like we retested it a second time as well during this little bounce here. So currently getting a nice little bit bigger of a bounce. We can see here on our 45-minute that we are getting a 9 count on the sequential, indicating maybe a topping out pattern here for us as well. We'll have to wait to see how this blue wave kind of plays out. If we zoom out a little bit, I don't really want to zoom out on the 45-minute. Let's take a look at our hourly real quick. Hourly time frame still getting maybe a squeeze between our two key EMAs here. If they end up crossing bullish, then we can definitely anticipate some more upside. But ever since our bearish cross right at about this blood diamond, which is at about 9,700, we continued in a downtrend from there, and just kind of wicked our way down, and currently sitting in some consolidation as of right now. Then had one last move down to that 8,600 area. Still on the micro time frame, putting in a lower high from this topping out pattern at that 10K area. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on this. We can still see we have a little bit more momentum to the upside here on our hourly time frame, getting our bullish count here too as well, indicating that we will probably come up and retest this 100 EMA as resistance here in the next couple of hours too. Not sure why Market God is giving me a they might have been doing updates on it. We'll have to take a look at that here a little bit later and see. But we'll just use our market cipher indicator and then also our tone based sequential as well. Currently just seeing a buy signal pop off, buy signals popping off right now, maybe indicating a trend reversal that is occurring as we are looking at the charts as of right now. So let's move on into our 90-minute time frame. Let's not waste any time. Let's try and get an idea of if we do pump up, where and how much we could see a pump to as well. I would definitely probably see that, you know, we could come back up and retest that 9K area but relatively soon, and then decide whether or not these EMAs are going to get a bullish cross or not. Looking at our 90-minute time frame, as we start to zoom out just a tad bit, we can definitely see a clear direction in our money flow. It does look like we are popping back up into our green money flow, but if that's going to put in a lower high for us on the macro trend, as you can see, then we will probably not stay too much into that greenish area. Maybe come up to a 50% retracement all the way up here, and maybe come back up and retest some of these trend line or some of the EMAs as resistance, which is at about the 9K area, the 9100 area. So definitely looking for that push back up to maybe 9100 or so, and then see what happens from there. Let's move on into our 2-hour time frame. Our 2-hour time frame also telling us looks like we still got some movement to the upside, currently putting in a bullish count here, the 1 2 3. We probably want to see this 3 wick above the 2 at least, and continue that bullish count for the short term, right? And so we can see on our 2-hour, if we start to zoom out just a little bit more too as well, we can definitely see a clear direction of money flow and where it might be headed to. It does look like we want to clip back up maybe just a tad bit before we continue coming down a little bit lower. But if we start to zoom out on this money flow, you can definitely see that money has been coming out of the market. Now, depending on how much this reddish money flow wants to take an ordinance, we'll have to kind of play it out for the next few days and see what the market gives us. But you can see here back at our 10K top out, money flow is pretty heavily there. And then we had some retests to that trend line, but still not strong enough to break us through. Currently coming back down to retest the bottom of the symmetrical trend line that we drew as support. So guys, just a heads up, we've been short ever since 9,800. So I was going over the charts, and hey, so me and the trading group, no need to extend this out anymore, but we've been short since 9,800. We've been sitting in relatively good profits as of right now, sitting in about 230% profits as of right now, making this video. So we're gonna call the bottom as best as possible, and I feel that we'll probably see some sideways action if anything. But if y'all are interested in also trading with us, feel free to join us in the Patreon page. First link in the description box below if y'all do want to trade with us. I have a bunch of different things set up inside of the Discord server, which is it's also for the public, but in order to get access to the private category inside of the Discord server, you need to be signed up through the Patreon page. So I highly encourage y'all to come check it out. I have about 12 to 15 different private videos inside of the Patreon page that'll teach you how to set up my charts, or how to set up the charts I have them, like I have them on my screen. And then also I give you some of my notes on Market Cipher, other really good content to digest when you also join the Patreon page as well. Also tell you what altcoins I'm in heavy accumulation of, and actually one of them is sitting in over 100% right now. It has definitely been the altcoin season that we have been waiting for, and it goes to show that some of these altcoins will they could do you so much better in the long term too as well. So I tell you what altcoins those are, and when I'm getting in and out of the markets as well. And so I hope y'all join us in there. I'd really look forward to having y'all in there. We have a smaller group, but at the same time, it's less noise, and we can all kind of take care of each other, answer each other's questions, and move forward, and also just become a better close-knit community too as well. So join us in there if y'all want to help support the channel, and then also if y'all are interested in just learning a little bit more, getting a little bit more hands-on with me as well. Then also we're doing the giveaway at 3,000 subs, so make sure to comment down below 3,000 subs so that way people know that we're trying to grow the channel. I really appreciate all the love and support and the comments that y'all are leaving down below. So if anything, hit the thumbs up button. Make sure that you've subscribed already, that you hit the notification bell to get notified of all the Bitcoin videos that we have and that we push out every single day on this channel too as well. And then in order to qualify for the giveaway, you need to be signed up for the newsletter. So second link in the description box below if y'all do want to sign up for that $100 giveaway in my favorite altcoin. And I'm looking forward to doing that pretty soon too. And then also the Discord server is available to anyone. If you choose to join, you'll be brought to a welcome page. The welcome page is just a community rules and guidelines page. Once you read through it all, click the green checkbox and then you'll have access to the Discord server. The private category is for Patreon members only. And in order to access that, you will need to join the Patreon page to get access to all those other features that we provide in there too as well. The Telegram announcements page is available if y'all want to also stay up to date with me on what we have going on with the Crypto Takeover Network. I'll also provide some charts to lay in front of you in the Patreon channel. So feel free to join us in the Patreon channel as well and stay up to date with what we have going on. So let's move on back into the charts real quick. We're going to move on into the 4-hour time frame. Maybe get a clearer direction of where we might be headed to. So our lower time frames are really giving us a lot of chop right now. And that's just one thing that we need to be aware of, is that we need to wait till the lower time frames start to match up with our mid time frames, especially if they're starting to get relatively choppy. Usually when they're relatively choppy, they're waiting on the higher time frames to line up with them, and then they'll start to move in that direction of the confirmed pattern of the chart, right? And so as we can zoom out on our 4-hour, we're still seeing money flow come out of this market just a tad bit. Also wanted to see why market guide was giving me some issues right now. Let's see. Let me try and re-add it maybe. It should be this one. Maybe they're doing study not authorized. I'm not sure. Saying I'm not authorized person. Oh well, we'll get back to it later. I'll get back to it soon enough. I don't know what's going on with it. Anywho, okay. So our 4 hours also telling us that, you know, those are just icing on the cake. Usually market cipher is our go-to bread and butter. That's where we got started. So all the other paid for indicators are pretty much just icing on the cake and let us have another upper hand of trading this market for sure. Money flow still kind of moving out, putting in a big green dot here as well on our 4-hour. Then also money flow kind of clipping back to the upside, but could be short-lived based on our direction of money flow and where it was currently headed to as well. We'll start to see this move back up, then maybe come back down possibly again if money flow gets keeps it underwater. Let's move on into our 6-hour too. 6-hour also giving us a little bit of a death cross finally. This could ride out to the side just a little bit more. I would expect us to ride this trend line structure just a little bit more before we decide to dip off below it, but I would anticipate probably that dip below it going on into the end of May or so. So we'll have to kind of take a look at that and see. Money flow still relatively moving out of this market. That 6-hour is very telling, y'all. So if y'all are, you know, watching this right now, comment down below 6-hour time frame. Hopefully people will get the idea from there. 8-hour time frame also very telling too. For the most part, money flow is still dripping off just a tad bit. I'm starting to get maybe that bearish cross there. We'll start to get this squeeze between our two EMAs at about 9K and 8,800. Once this squeeze happens, we'll get a move in one direction or the other. So that's yet to be determined, but I will definitely keep an eye on my 8-hour time frame, to say the least, to see what that directional move might give us. Looking at our 12-hour time frame, we're still getting that squeeze between our two EMAs here too as well. Starting to get our first bearish count, 1, 2, 3 of a bearish count. Money flow is kind of dripping off just a tad bit. Blue waves also moving down to the bottom side, as y'all can see. And then you know, as we start to get this squeeze here, we're definitely gonna have to decide what direction the market might take. I just turned on our Whales by Sell indicator. Whales by Sell indicator was actually a custom signal that I tell you how to set up inside of the Patreon page as well. I reference it every once in a while just because it's what I was used to. But now with Market God X, I've been kind of referencing that, just kind of understanding how the algorithm works. And that's really what it takes, just because I've been on here doing these videos daily, I would also encourage you to do your own analysis daily too as well, and really study how certain indicators move, and try and get an idea of how the algorithms are working. So I come from a very technical background as well, and just studying how computers think for the most part is very interesting to me. So you definitely want to study how your indicators move. If you are unsure, also I'll come back to the channel and we'll try and explain it as best as possible, right? So looking at our 8-hour, or this is our 12-hour here, money flow starting to move off just a tad bit. Let's move on into our 21-hour so we can take a look here. Starting to get our first signs of bearish counts. 1, 2, 3 bearish counts. I think all the way back from our 8-hour time frame too as well. So we'll probably want to see these bearish counts turn into a red 4, and then maybe indicate a further downtrend too as well. 21-hour also giving us that blue wave momentum drop down here as well, taking the money flow with it. So we can probably see a little bit of more consolidation off to the side before we start to see some more rounded off structure to occur on our 21-hour. Our daily also giving us a first sign of a sell signal here. I do believe that Market God was getting ready to give us a sell signal, but it hadn't happened just yet. We can also see that our blue wave momentum is also moving us down here, and then our money flow is still consistently moving out to the side, but we could start to see it round off if we get a little bit more bearish here. We broke through the 0 pivot point on our 1-day time frame as well, and that's also going to indicate that we're breaking a little bit of support there at our 0 pivot, and we couldn't come back down just a little bit further. So let's move on into our 2-day time frame. Starting to get our first bearish count of a 1-2. We'll have to wait to see how this kind of confirms out. Our next EMA is sitting, if we break as support, then we'll move our next EMA at about 8100. We need if we're gonna be bears in this, which is I'm willing to go either direction. Even though I'd like to buy BTC cheaper, I feel like some of us have waited long enough, and they're ready for it to move. So, which I definitely think that the move will occur probably towards the end of this year, going into next year. That's just my overall sentiment of the market. I definitely feel like these are some of the last times to get BTC at levels this low, but to each his own, right? So we're gonna try and do our best to scoop it up while it's cheap, and long it when it's time to head off to the moon, right? So let's move into our 3-day time frame, starting to get that first sign of a sell signal there as well with our Wells buy sell indicator. So that is very telling there too as well. Let's move back in here, guys. I use the TradingView premium plan, which just allows me to have a few more indicators on the screen alongside with Market Cipher. So if y'all are using the Market Cipher indicator package, then I would recommend that y'all have at least the Pro or the Pro Plus plan. I tell y'all how to get these packages for 50 to 60% off inside of my Patreon group. There's a private video in there. I teach you how to use a nice little tip and trick to get these packages for 50 to 60% off, and it's been confirmed to still be working, so I'm happy to provide y'all with that knowledge in there as well. And then also I teach you how to set up the Aldo EMAs, which are both the Aldo EMAs is a custom indicator as well, and so is the Wells buy and sell signal. I teach y'all how to set those up inside of the Patreon private videos as well. Then also I use the 3 commas bots to trade for me. You can make DCAing bots to trade for you on different exchanges. So if y'all are interested in creating your own trading bots, then check out 3 commas as well. Then Ledger Nano X is a nice device to use as cold storage. If y'all are interested in maybe getting your own cold storage, then check out Ledger. It's definitely the go-to product. And then also Bybit is one of our exchanges that we use to leverage trade. If y'all are brand new to Bybit, please use the testnet first. The testnet just allows you to paper trade BTC on there first before you actually deposit your real BTC onto the exchange. Then also another leverage trading site is Prime XBT, which allows you to leverage trade the S&P 500, gold and silver, different fiat currencies, all using Bitcoin. So check that out. FIMX is also another leverage trading platform. These are actually one of the top 3 platforms that I would recommend for the most part. But then also FIMX allows you to have 2 positions open at the same time. So y'all can dive into that a little bit more and check that out as well if y'all are interested. FIMX is another great platform to use as well. And then also Brave browser, as y'all saw down here, I clicked the ad in the bottom right hand corner earlier, and that ad is going to allow me to make passive income inside of the crypto space by paying me out in BAT token at the beginning of every single month. So check out the Brave browser, links in the description box if y'all are interested in earning some passive income in crypto. And then also another way to earn some passive income in the crypto space is to download the CryptoTab browser. It just allows you to mine BTC straight from this web browser. So super convenient. I have it running on 2 different laptops that I don't really use anymore, and they're just mining BTC for me. And then also you can download the app on your phone, or you can or your Android or tablet, and then have it mine BTC for you as well. Then Instagram and Twitter is available if y'all want to follow me on there. Feel free to message me if y'all have any questions. Don't forget to join us in the Patreon page. Find out where the bottom is, y'all. Find out where we're going to hit the bottom and where we can think about longing from there on out. But as we start to move into some of our higher time frames here, we're going to see that we still probably may be in for a little bit more of a deeper move than expected. Our 4-day also giving us that first sign of a sell signal there, which we'll confirm relatively soon. 5-day, we're still have that 9 there too, sitting there with finally our red dot on the 5-day. Wow, that's very telling too. We'll have to wait for that to confirm. 6-day, no sign of a red dot just yet, but we could definitely anticipate something big to occur because we just had that. We just have a 9 on the 6-day too. So very interesting, y'all. Thanks for sticking around. I hope that y'all enjoyed this content. You know, we've been doing awesome, man. Like here in the trading group, even if some of my newer members didn't quite catch the top with us, they still have a chance to get in. Just don't take big risks, and you'll be okay. You know, keep it low leverage, and make sure that you are doing proper risk management. And you know, you should be just fine. So I do want to give a shout out to all the Patreon members really quick. So let's go ahead and do that. As Mithril, Ben Wesley, CNC, Crypto Rhino, Dan, Eric, Greg, Hanus, Haru, Hugo, Jeff, Mike, Nick, Niels, P. Wright, Paul A. Keller, Pedro, Peter, Pike 379, Prestige 39, Rona, Samuel, Shane, Subwoo, Tall Troy, Tim Luna, Unique Object, Van Life 177, Vivian, XDSUZ. Guys, thanks for coming back. I mean, I really appreciate all of y'all being here right now with me. We are on the path to grow this channel to 3,000 subs. So make sure that y'all share this video. Make sure that y'all like it. Hit the thumbs up button. Comment down below. Let me know if you're bullish or bearish right now. Just comment down below bullish or comment down below bearish. Lets me know what you think of the markets right now too, and I'd be happy to respond to you. So thanks for all the love and support, y'all. Thanks to all my Patreon members and all my trading group members as well. If y'all do want to join us in there, we have a great group. I've just listed them off. Everyone's very helpful. If y'all have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and I will do my best to help you out. Until then, y'all, I will see y'all in the next video. CTO signing out.